began as early as 2000.
Again, our intention always is to bring as much of this uninterrupted to you as possible. Dick Durbin's coming up after Republican Senator Cornyn of Texas, but so much has been said here and placed on the record by the Attorney General that, starting with Nicole Wallace, we want to correct some of the record against, of all things, what it says in the Mueller report. Nicole.
So I'm not going to dance around this. He's lying. He's lying about what the Mueller report finds around one of the critical flashpoints in the obstruction investigation. One of the incidents that was investigated by Robert Mueller and his obstruction investigators was the attempted firing of the special counsel. It was one of the incidents that was under investigation into really days before Mueller wrapped up. He's quibbling with whether removing Mueller and firing him is the same thing. Here's how Donald Trump talked about removing/firing special counsel Mueller. This is from Chris Christie's testimony, one of 5 witnesses cited in the footnotes of the Mueller obstruction report about Donald Trump's efforts to fire Robert Mueller. Chris Christie recalled a telephone conversation with the president in which the president asked what Christie thought about the president firing, not removing, the special counsel. Christie advised against doing so because there was no basis for the president to fire the special counsel and because the president would lose support from Republicans in Congress. I'm going to disagree with Christie on that. Here's McGahn's testimony. I'm not going to read all the witnesses, but here's McGahn on the president's effort to make McGahn fire him. Again, from the footnote in the obstruction report. Although McGahn recalled receiving multiple calls from the president on the same day, he was not certain of the specific dates, but he was confident that he had at least 2 phone conversations with the president in which the president directed him to call the acting attorney general and have the special counsel removed. It's also the colorful reporting from this report where Don McGahn says to Reince Priebus, which is the 3rd witness to this incident, the president asked me to do some crazy shit. And I'm sorry to swear, but I think we've got an attorney general lying about what is in the Mueller report around what was one of the most investigated flashpoints in the obstruction investigation. And my question again is why?
Why did the Republicans seem to be relitigating the presidency of Hillary Clinton?
Well, what's interesting to me about that is it's not like that's not under control. There's an inspector general that has looked at the conduct of FBI agents, Pete Strzok and Lisa Page. I heard Lindsey Graham dropped an F-bomb for panache, sure, to make the highlight reel of Fox News Prime. Yeah. But the real mystery, and I don't know if it's much of a mystery anymore, is why is he doing the thing that Robert Mueller wrote 2 letters accusing him of doing, which is distorting the contents of the Mueller probe?
Chuck Rosenberg.
Which makes it interesting when Bob Mueller testifies, because if they're wise and if they're good at questioning, they're going to have these precise comments by the Attorney General highlighted for Mueller, and they're going to ask him true or false.
Here's the other thing. This news organization, the Washington Post, the New York Times, every news organization that wrote stories about the investigation flipped through this report the day that it came out to see if they were found wrong. I was told by a senior Justice Department official on March 25th, which was the day after one of Mueller's letters was sent. We didn't know about it at the time. I said, what does the obstruction report look like? He said it's in chronological order, and the difference between the news accounts and the Mueller report is that Mueller found all those incidents did happen and provides the evidence. The Justice Department was not saying privately or publicly that any of the reporting around obstruction was wrong before it came out. This is the first time that a Justice Department official is quibbling with any of the press coverage in the obstruction front, and Mueller himself cites many news organizations in the actual obstruction report.
Joyce Vance, indeed, people will be taken aback to hear Barr say, in effect, if not exactly, if the president wasn't going to be prosecuted, he shouldn't have been investigated.
That seems to have it backwards, and it's almost an inexplicable kind of a statement to make. As we were talking around the table, I think Nicole said it best. She said, we're hearing not the Attorney General of the United States, we're hearing the president's defense lawyer, because it sounds like Attorney General Barr is refuting the Mueller report on the president's behalf here.
Again, we do this reluctantly, but sometimes in the back and forth and the verbiage and word salad that we hear exchanged, it is helpful helpful to know exactly what it is we're hearing, in this case from the Attorney General of the United States, Chief Law Enforcement Officer for the people of the United States, and not to echo Nicole's argument, the defense counsel for the President of the United States.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.